Comes Alex Lynn. They're side by side, almost touching. Oh, they do touch, and both go off. Oh, that's a big off from Felix Sanellis and Alex Lynn, and debris everywhere, and nowhere to go for Alex Lynn. That was a big crash, and the red flag immediately out. Here's what happened. They were side by side, and I think, in fact, well, I don't think it was just a racing incident. I don't think he turned in on him at all. And I think it could have even been a dust of wind, but either way, look at that, a massive flip from the Brit. And on board with Spike Goddard as debris and a tyre gets under his wing, takes his front wing out. The Australian with nowhere to go there. But look at that, that's great news to see Alex Lynn out of the car. That was a big off, over 100 miles an hour, flips the car, and the chassis, the Tata chassis strong.
Jamie Ingram was defending from Mark Leach a little bit further down the order. Ingram going in a little bit too hot into Riches, losing the back end, spinning back across in front of Mark Leach, who with nowhere to go was launched into a series of rolls.
The incident was all the more unfortunate because it was Mark's first race meeting in a car that had only recently built up. Unfortunately, he suffered a number of injuries, including multiple fractures to his right forearm and bruised lungs, as well as various other injuries as well. He was taken to the Norfolk and Norwich University Hospital and discharged from there a week later, and he's hoping to be back to reasonable health within the next couple of months.
Che botta! Ma proprio cappottamento volante, proprio volata se cappottata, Due o tre? Tre, una è volata. È partenza.
Safety car peels in. Liechtenstein doesn't exactly accelerate away. Anti-Berry in the slipstream, and that's Corcoran. Corcoran hits Moreno and rolls. James Hammond is eliminated as well in all of that. There's a smashed car on the circuit and more mayhem. Bits of car go flying. Kevin Corcoran is off the road. He, I think, tried to get away too early. Look at the state of James Hammond's car. Moreno's car's off the road as well. It's got to have to be a red flag, this. Now, the track is absolutely littered with broken cars. But more importantly, as there is George Blundell three-wheeling his way off the circuit, Kevin Corcoran is on his side up against the barrier. There's the red flag. It's the only thing that the organisers can do. Now, Eric Liechtenstein doesn't get away, and in the spray, I think Kevin Corcoran thinks it's time to go racing and just rides over the back of Julio Moreno. That puts him upside down, flips over, and James Hammond arrives from nowhere and smashes into Moreno's car as well, by the look of it. And Kevin Corcoran is very lucky as he bounces towards the barriers there. And James Hammond's car absolutely destroyed. Matt Rao, I think, just managed to avoid that. Julio Moreno's car also is destroyed, lies on the road. There are wheels everywhere, bodywork everywhere. But there's a driver upside down up against the barrier.
Jackson's going to go around the outside of Turner through Paddock Hill Bend if he can. Turner will give him a squeeze. Oh, Jackson's off! Jackson spins in front of the pack. Oh, and he's hit by McNeil. He was bound to be hit by... Oh, no! He gets hit by Tom Ferrier. Oh, we've got cars all over the place.
Oh, that is... Well, that's going to be a red flag for sure. Look at the white BMW on the outside. Turner pushes him a little bit wide, that's fair enough, but as soon as he gets on that tarmac, that painted tarmac, he spins. He's now in the middle of the road. Everybody's trying to avoid him. McNeil runs into the back of him, and then McNeil's going to get collected again. Hard there by one of the Alfa Romeos. That was a hard impact.
And everybody safely and handily through Paddock Hill Bend.
Yeah, the sad thing is, I think with Andy Reid's pace that he's shown already, they might not see which way. He's got a big crash in the background. There's about 4 riders off there from probably about mid-pack. We've seen number...
Boys, just when I said you've got safely through the first turn without messing it up.
Ashley Buxton, one of them, for sure.
Ashley Buxton from Ipswich on the Buxton Racing Yamaha definitely was one of them. At the front, Champ is there in third place ahead of Alicia, Stamper, Curry, Collier, Lodge, Godfrey, and the other Irish kid, Andrew Irwin.
I think the safety car's out, I think. Jack,
Sorry, Alan Irwin.
I think the safety car's out. Oh, there's somebody out there. That's a big steady. And the safety car. There's oil down there. The safety car flag was, although Andy Reid and Mason Laura still cracking on.
So we've got a problem here. There was the big pile up there, the second pile up at Druids Hill.
It's got to be a red flag. It has to be a red flag. It is a red flag.
The red flag out.
I see the first crash. This is from a different angle, and there's. Yeah, let's have a look. There's 4 riders off. There's nobody in that. Oh, no. Maybe I'm just looking at the bike still running, going back onto the track. It's quite steep down there up to the apex of Druids, and I'm just wondering if that's dribbled some oil or fuel or coolant onto the track, because the next time they came round there was another 4 or 5 riders off.
Ja, schon überholt und jetzt setzt er an, extrem anzugreifen. Jarvis versucht's und dann wird die Resta getroffen von Rockenfeller und das könnte das Ende für beide sein. Meine Güte. Und tatsächlich, die Resta dreht sich, kommt er da nochmal raus. Und dann gibt es einen riesen Crash. Ach, das ist Alexandre Prema. Was ist da passiert? Direkt hier vor Start und Ziel. Heftiger Unfall des Franzosen.
Steigt aus, Prema steigt aus, können wir aus unserer Kabine sehen. Total zerstörtes Auto.
Jubel unter den Zuschauern, dass Alexandre Prema hier offensichtlich...
Jetzt haben wir auch hier das Bild. Prema
unverletzt aussteigt,
unglaublich.
Aber das ist ja dann raus. Offensichtlich.
Hat wohl hinten einer auf die Ecke bekommen und ist dann auf der Geraden abgebogen. Die Streckenposten auf der Innenseite, wahnsinniges Glück.
For making this happen, and he had a fantastic stint. So we're just going to hope that everything works out.
Oh,
see where
massive wreck. Big crash.
I think there's been a big hit, so I'll go back to the booth.
This is a big one, guys. I don't know where that car on the straightaway is, but that hit a ton. Really bad hit.
Car on the right, heavily damaged. Car on the left. Wow. Our 6th full course caution. And they're climbing out.
That's really good to see.
Glory be David Ostell of Canada.
That is really good to see.
Wow.
Well, that's a testimony to that carbon fiber tub and how strong that is. That was a massive hit.
One of last year's winning drivers in class. And quite a debris field, as you see.
Yeah,
this will take some cleaning up.
Here's a replay. He's a little bit wide. There's a bit of damage to the left rear.
It's
just
wide.
Way out in the grey, and then Montecalvo had nowhere to go.
Yep.
You can't turn from there either. Once you're at that point of the racetrack where you're already on the throttle.
To the tire wall and the secondary impact.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Even bigger than the first.
He's just wide all the way through, Dorsey. Got into the grey.
Yeah, he got into the grey and the car wouldn't turn. It pushed straight out to the wall. Montecalvo had nothing.
And there's Donny Crevels. Oh, it looks like something went wrong there. Kevin Riley has spun the Mosler. Maybe he's hit. Oh, and that's carnage there. Flames everywhere. It looks like the Corvette has T-boned the Mosler. Flames. There's Rick Bresch. He's out of the car. He's checking. Kevin Riley's still in the car there. Flames everywhere. Both cars on fire. And now Rick knows that Kevin Riley's still in there. And he pulls him out. He's working to get Kevin Riley out of the car. And that's organizer Dick Van Elk there as well. He's just out of the pace car and he's already there with the accident, helping Kevin Riley. And Rick Bresch already pointing out where the rescue and where the fire department needs to see if we can find out what happened. There's Kevin Riley spinning. It looks like Donny Crevels nudged him. And there's a Corvette really T-boning the Mosler. The Corvette of all cars.